Hello, 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 and welcome to SBR Season 4, Round 8, Tier 3 around Belgium, or SBR as a lot of people know it. We have 15 drivers in this session and in this lobby for the short qualifying format. It looks to be so dry so far in this session, but a lot of drivers are just coming out of the pits now, going out on their out laps. While that is happening, I will give you a little bit of info about this track regarding tyres. So the tyres can last a good few laps around this track, especially the mediums. The mediums can stretch out for almost all of the race. The softs can, if you use them rightly, they can stretch out for a bit longer than obviously a bit shorter than the mediums, but tyre temps obviously don't get too high around here. Very windy track, very difficult track with grip, as if you come onto the throttle too late or touch one little curb, you are most likely going to be spinning it if you hit it at the wrong time. Anyway, the first driver who is going to be setting their lap will be ARL in the Red Bull. He reserved last week. He came out on top round Imola. He was very dominant. Is he going to be wanting to do that again? He's got the maximum points last week, so he's going to be starting his lap any second now. So anyway, here comes ARL. He's got his DRS wide open. Is he going to go up into 7th or 8th here? He's going to go up into 8th, not the gear that most drivers go up into. They usually choose to stay around 7th. Has a pretty good exit of that corner actually through La Source. But now coming up to Eau Rouge, and at the top of that Radion. It's a pretty clean Eau Rouge. You can see a lot of drivers spinning it, binning it sometimes if they touch the inside curb, or if it's wet and they just didn't lift. Anyway, coming up to this chicane here, had a pretty decent first sector on those medium compound tyres. Read the car a lot there. I'm not sure how much time that is going to lose him regarding revving the gears, but anyway, he's keeping it pretty clean so far. Not much wheel spin going on. He's driving pretty cleanly, if you ask me. He's going to downshift down to 6th. That's going to lose him a little bit of time to some competitors who will be going from 8th to 7th. Coming up to this very tricky chicane here. If you touch this inside curb there too much, you will spin it very, very easily without being able to catch it. Again, coming up into the final part of second sector, he's got a 1 minute 15. Pretty decent second sector on those medium compound tyres. Formula Jonah, another reserve, who showed pretty good pace last week but unfortunately crashed out, has crashed out again at the top of Redalium. But anyway, eyes are on for ARL. This is going to be the benchmark time to beat in this session. What time is he going to set? He has a little bit of a oversteer on the exit, but he's going to set a 1:44.2. I reckon that's beatable from some drivers who are on the soft compound tyres, as the Aston Martin goes P2. Who's going to be this next driver to set their time? Will it be Owen? It is going to be Owen. No, it's not. He has invalidated his lap time, but Yash in the Mercedes, he's looking to be on a pretty decent lap so far here round Spa. He's coming up into the bus stop chicane now. Doesn't want to have any wheel spin on this exit. Doesn't want to have any oversteer, but it doesn't. He's going to come across the line, a set of 1:43.3. A brilliant lap from the Mercedes young driver there. Wuban comes across the line with a 1:44.9. AlphaTauri of Jamie F1 goes in P2 with a 1:44 flat. The McLaren of Christopher goes in P3, and the Aston Martin is in front. He unfortunately invalidated his lap time, so he's going to have to go again. We'll watch his lap time. He goes very deep into La Source. If I was him, I'd be backing off right now and just driving into the pits. Owen is he's on a pretty decent lap so far. He's invalidated through sector 2 there. Who is next to be setting a lap? Is it going to be ARL? Is he going to be diving into the pits? We will have to see in just about 10 seconds time, not even that. He is going to be going for another lap. He feels this has been a pretty solid lap from him so far. He's going to come across the line and set a 1:44 flat. He did go 2 tenths quicker, but that's 2 tenths kept him in P2. He's nowhere near Yash, his main competitor so far in this session. See what the Chaos Jury can do while he's on his out lap. Hopefully he can do well, as he is reserving here as well. Yash, is he going to be on a flyer? He's on a flyer at the moment. He's a 10.5 up overall so far on this lap. Coming up into the bus stop chicane now. Is he going to be pitting? No, he's going to carry on his lap. Pretty solid lap from him so far. What's he going to be able to do? He's going to be able to set a 1:43 flat. Again, a brilliant time from the Mercedes driver there. What a time from him. He would be happy with that one. Easy level bot. He's going to be coming across the line to start his flying lap. It's Inferno. Is he going to be finishing a lap? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I reckon he's going to be boxing. No, he's going to be finishing his lap. He really wants to get that banker on board. He's been driving these tyres insanely. He puts himself in dead last out of all the drivers who've set time so far in P8. Chaos Druid is going to be starting his lap, but there's a bit of traffic coming up to the bus stop chicane. We're bound to see this in qualifying. Happened yesterday in the Tier 2 race, and it's happening now. Easy Level Bot is on his lap in the Ferrari, just coming through sector 2. He's invalidated. He got a bit too much exit. He got a bit too eager on the throttle there and just spun it. No, sorry, didn't spin it. He just went a little bit too wide. Tyrion is on his out lap. He's looking to impress, and so is It's Fredo. I'm going to check the championship standings for you guys now, as a lot of drivers are coming into the box or are on their in laps. Right. So if we check the standings here, standings are saying that in Tier 3, the championship leader so far in this race, in this championship, is Saro Karzan in the Alfa Romeo by a strong 26 points. Behind him is Quickler in the Alpha Tauri. Yash, Mercedes, he's looking to gain some positions here in this championship today, as Quickler is not racing. Godudwin is 4th, ARL in 5th. It's Fredo in the McLaren. He's DNF'd the last 3 races. He's in P6. If we look where It's Inferno is, he's got a solid 11 points in this championship. What a drive from him so far. Definitely impressing everyone with that one. Sorry about that, everyone. Lice is on his lap. The Chaos Druid, is he on his lap? He's going to be on his lap now. We'll watch his onboard. I know he likes driving Belgium here. What can he do to change the top 8? Is he going to be able to put himself in the top 5? We'll have to see. He's going to have a little bit of dirty air from Jamie F1 in the AlphaTauri. That shows as he runs very deep into that corner. Very, very tricky corner, as you can see. If you break that tiniest bit too late, then you are really messed up for the exit, as you have to slam on the brakes as hard as you can. Who is going to be the first to set their lap? It is going to be Gudu, and no, he's on his out lap, and so is Wuban. Is that Yash or is that Tyrion? That's Tyrion. He's on an invalidated lap. It's Fredo. He's is he on a quick lap here? I can't tell, no, because he has not set a time yet in this session. ARL in the Red Bull. He is going to be looking to impress us here and take P1 from Yash. He is just about 9.5 tenths. Well, he is more than 9.5 tenths behind Yash. what's he going to be able to do here? It's Fredo. Let's see what he can do on this final straight here. He's going to put himself in P4. A good drive from the McLaren driver there. He's going to want to get round into the pits in time. It's Inferno is in the pits. Lice, he's going to be starting his lap now. Chaos Druid puts himself in P10. That's not going to be a competitive time from the Haas reserve driver there, as it's Fredo spun it at La Source. Tyrant, he's looking to have a pretty good first sector. Want to keep it as tight as possible here, coming into the apex. He does pretty well, to be fair to him, in the Mercedes car. Easy Level Bot has retired from this session. I'm not too sure what's happened to him there. But anyway, we're going to watch Tyrant through this final second sector here as I check the comments real quick. Thank you, AB, thank you. Anyway, so here he comes through the final part of Sector 2. He's got a 1:15.8, pretty decent for second sector if you ask me. What can he do to change the top 10 here? Is he going to be able to put himself in the top 10, or is he going to put himself in P11? Saro Karzan, the championship leader, cannot set a lap time yet. Anyway, Tyrant coming up to the bus stop chicane now. What is he going to be able to do? He's going to have his DRS wide open. He's going to focus on the exit. DRS is wide open, and he's going to set a 1:44.7. That's going to put him P8. He's going to want to go into the pits. Christopher puts himself in P2 now with a 1:43.9. So that's the second driver to put himself in P. Oh, I say that as ARO has now gone faster with a 1:42.8. That has put him a tenth and a half clear of the Mercedes driver. Much more closer between these two drivers now. It's Fredo is going to be diving into the pits as soon as he can. It's Inferno. He's on his out lap. I want to see him do well this race, as he's been close to a podium a few races in a row now, but he just unfortunately cannot make it as due to penalties. But he's going to be wanting to impress here. I know he's not too fond of this track, but he can have some good moments here. So we'll catch up with him in a bit and see what he's doing. Saro, I'm going to watch him on his out lap. I want to see him do a solid lap here in this session, as he is the championship leader. So coming up into turn 1 now, or commonly known as La Source, you want to touch the curb a little bit and upshift up into third gear. I'm not sure if Saro is running medium T traction control or not. Anyway, he's coming up into Eau Rouge now. Redalion, a very tricky corner to nail, very dangerous from all drivers' perspectives. You're always nervous to go up Eau Rouge, but once you're past it, you feel happy with yourself. Now, end of sector 1, he's set a 30.9. That's not the fastest we've seen in this session so far. He's kept it very clean through the chicane, and that's a very good chicane from him here. Hairpin also very good, doesn't run too deep. He's braked very well there. Very impressed by the Alfa Romeo driver. Coming up into Pill now, again another very tricky corner. You do not want to go flat out, as you have a very high like of spinning or invalidating. Now the final chicane, second to final chicane on this track. He's keeping it very clean. He went a bit too deep on the entrance, but other than that, a pretty good chicane. Managed to bring it back pretty well. Anyway, end of sector 2, he's got a 1:15.3, a very solid sector 2 from the Alfa Romeo driver there. What can he do here? Can he put it on the front row? Can he put it in the top 5? Can he beat Jamie F1 and put it in the top 5? We will have to see. He's coming up to the bus stop corner now. He's going to get a little bit nervous because Owen was there. Maybe he looked like he was on the racing line, but he's going to have his DRS wide open, and he's going to come across the line and set a 1:44 flat. That's going to put him in P5. A decent lap from the Alfa Romeo driver there, as he's going to get out of the way for Owen in the Williams. Godudwin, he's going to be starting his lap soon. Let's see what It's Inferno can do while he's on his lap. Is he on a backed off lap? He is on a backed off lap. He did go quicker through the duration of that lap, but it wasn't good enough to change anything in the front standings here. Rudy, I'm not too sure why he's in this session. Okay. So most of the drivers are now on their out laps. ARL is going to be looking to set a better lap time and get pole position once again here around Belgium. Impressed last week, he's definitely going to want to impress again. Yash is going to be hunting him down though. He's going to be hunting him down so much that he's going to be pushing the limits at all costs. Christopher also, watch out for him because he does have some pretty good pace in the McLaren car. Jamie F1 is a 10.5 down on his first sector time. I don't think he's going to be able to get round in time to set another lap time, so he's going to have to drive as hard as he can. To catch up make up the time that he lost. It's Inferno will be wanting to start his lap very soon. He's probably going to let by Christopher in the McLaren car, or is he just going to look to back him up? I think Christopher is not going to stop going. He's going to want to. Okay. Anyway, It's Inferno is going to be starting his lap now. Oh no, he's going to be boxing. Unfortunate qualifying from the Aston Martin driver here. Anyway, ARL validated his out lap. He's not going to want to do that on his actual lap. Yash, he's on his lap now. I didn't quite see what he did in the first sector, unfortunately. I would check race director, but he's on his lap, so we've got to focus on that. As Jamie F1 puts himself in P3. Oh no, Yash has spun it through Puon. I knew we were going to see a driver do it. I just didn't know who we were going to see do that. That's unfortunate, as he was looking to take pole position away from ARL in the Red Bull car. Lice, he's going to want to improve on his lap and help out his teammate. It's Inferno, who will probably be starting in P11. The Chaos Druid, he's also on the flying lap though. Tyrant also on the flying lap. All these drivers on flying laps now. Wuban, what's he going to be doing in the first sector? He is going to be doing a 30.3. He's a 10th up on his time, a 10th and a quarter up on his time. I don't know, Ben, but tier 1 was cancelled again, so we need to have serious talks with tier 1. We're just missing you. Like all these drivers marked attendance, but never showed. So, but anyway, is ARL going to be going faster in this second sector? He's pushing the limits here. Going to come to the end of sector 2, and he's now 2.5 tenths up on his lap time. He's looking to have a brilliant lap time here. He's definitely impressing us all, the viewers, and just myself. We'll come back to him in a second as Christopher puts himself in P4. He can't get near close enough to Jamie F1 to put himself in P3. He'll be starting on the second row. Wuban, he's coming to the end of his lap now, but all eyes are on ARL. Is he going to be able to go faster? He was 2.5 tenths up through the second sector. He's now 3 tenths up, and he's set a 1:42.5, a decent lap from a very good lap, sorry, from the Red Bull driver now from there. But Wuban puts himself. He keeps himself in P9, and he could not improve that lap. Tyrant goes P8. What can It's Fredo do? He has already finished his qualifying run. Jamie F1 is backed off. He'll be starting P3. So that is it for this qualifying session. On your pole position, you have ARL in the Red Bull. Yash right behind him in P2. Jamie F1 in P3. So that is it for your short qualifying session. Drivers who were not able to set lap times was the likes of Easy Level Bot and Formula Jonah, who unfortunately crashed out during qualifying, meaning they were not able to set a competitive lap time. Formula Jonah and the Easy Level Bot are wanting to have a good start here. They might go on the alternate strategy unless it is raining, as it is looking a little bit overcast in this session. To be honest, AB, I'm not too sure, but we're going to probably be looking at changing a few drivers up, so that will be there. But yeah. Anyway, it is going to be wet. It's going to be a wet start. I did think it was going to be wet from the overcast skies, but it is most definitely going to be wet, as the track is more than greasy, and we are seeing rain on our screens. Just waiting for all drivers to pick their fuel loads and pick their strategies. We do not know what the rain is going to be doing. We don't know if it's going to be staying or if it's going to be getting worse. We will have to see. Are we going to see any lap 1 spins? Are we going to see any lap 1 contact into turn 1? We almost saw it yesterday, or we most definitely did see it yesterday in the tier 2 race. Hopefully these drivers can keep it clean though, as they're going to be doing a formation lap first in this session. As Rudy is driving the AlphaTauri, I think he'll probably just back off and retire from the session when he is driving. But anyway, that is not our main concern. Our main concern is how this race is going to pan out. Let me just check the comments real quick. Sorry, he will be retiring. Don't worry. So this race, I think it, by the looks of it, if it doesn't get any more wet, it could potentially and hopefully get more dry, as some drivers have chosen the soft compound tyres. Well, almost all, yeah, all drivers have chosen the soft compound tyres and the medium compound tyres. Maybe they feel it is just going to get more dry, as yeah, it must be getting dry like within laps, like 1 or 2 laps in this lobby. So the grip at the start will not be great, but we'll definitely see it getting more dry. Formula Jonah, he is the only driver on the medium compound tyres. He's starting at the back of the grid, so he's on the alternate strategy. Could this strategy work for him in this session? Chaos Druid and its Fredo have both been DSQ'd from the session, but I'm going to run through your grid. In P15 and P14 on the back row we have Formula Jonah and Easy Level Bot. P13 and P12 we have Owen and the Chaos Druid. In P11 we have It's Inferno in the Aston Martin. P10 Wuban in the Ferrari. P9 It's Fredo, he had a decent qualifying lap in him in the McLaren. Tyrion in P8, Saro Karzan, the championship leader, in P7. He's going to be wanting to make some race, some positions up on the race start. Godudwin in the is that the Williams car? It is the Williams car in P6. Lice in the Aston Martin in P5. Christopher, he's going to be happy with his lap. That's in P. He's put himself in P4. Jamie F1 in P3, but he's going to have cold tyres because he got disqualified from the formation lap. Yash on in the Mercedes in P2, and ARL pole position. He got a brilliant lap with a 1:42.5. He's going to be at the very front of this grid. All 14 other drivers hunting him down though. This is about the perfect getaway, the perfect grip. What are we going to see? Pit stop strategy right there for you, as it does look that it is going to be a drive race. But anyway, here we go, as all the drivers are just coming up to their grid positions now. Just have to wait for the lights. Here we go. if the so we've got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we've got a very good view from P1, and it's lights out and away we go, as it looked to be a little bit delayed there, but it looks like ARL got a very good start against all his main competitors as he cuts in front of Lice there. Yash, it's Inferno up into P3 somehow. I'm not sure how that's happened, but well done from the Aston Martin driver there. Tieran up into P5. Christopher dropped down a few positions. Saro has also dropped down a few positions. Rudy up into P9. He's going to have to retire from this race as soon as possible, as he is not an actual racer here. It's Fredo and Easy Level Bot and Jamie F1 have all spun. We know they had very cold tyres from formation. Well, I know Jamie F1 and Easy Level Bot did. It's Inferno in P2. I want to see his race start. I'm not sure what he did. He must have sent it up the inside, as he started P11 in this race. What a start from It's Inferno there. He's going to be very, very, very happy with that race start. Rudy is going to have to retire. I'm just going to put in the Discord that he has to retire, as yeah, he spun it. I think he did that on purpose, but yeah, we'll just have to is he left? Oh, no, he's there. Anyway, there we go. I've put it in the Discord, so there'll be no more distraction. Right. So both the Alpha Tauris in last and second to last. It's Fredo has wing damage. He's had a very dreadful start from P9 on the grid. Saro Karzan has not made up he's lost 1 position, sorry. No, he has not. He's not made up anything. But except from Jamie F1, It's Fredo and Christopher, all drivers have gained positions. What a start from It's Inferno. That is not going to go unnoticed later in the Discord chat. I do want to see his on board of it though, as he is pitting. He may have wing damage, we'll have to see here. So it is a full course safety car, so a lot of drivers will be pitting, maybe for the hard compound tyres. They do not work around this track that much, especially with the rain. He does have wing damage, so that is something. I think he just sent it up the inside. He is in P6 now. He'll most probably get a penalty from the sounds of it. Formula Jonah, what a start. 10 positions made. Chaos Druid in P4. What a start from him as well. Wuban and Godwin in P2 and P3. Rudy is still in this session. Don't know what he's doing. As oh! That's a spin from Easy Level Bot, but I never realised Yash is DNF'd from this session. That is... oh, it's Fredo. Is he going to save it, or is he going to... yeah. Under safety car as well. You don't like to see it. Not much going on at the moment, as it is a safety car. I'm confused as to what happened with Yash, to be honest. Anyway, Formula Jonah, what a start from him. He's now up into P4. I don't know what happened under safety car with Chaos Druid and Formula Jonah. Maybe it's just a misunderstanding, I'm not sure. It's Inferno on the medium compound tyres. He is now the second driver to be on the medium compound tyres. Obviously, Formula Jonah started on the medium compound tyres. Let's see what the comments are saying. I went on the grass. End of sector 1. Oh, okay, makes sense. Still, P5 is pretty good so far. Tieran is now in P10. Rudy has not left this session yet. Don't know what he's doing. This will be probably... I'm just going to put in the Discord again because this is... Usually it won't usually be me commentating these tier 3 races, but I was free today, so I thought, okay, yeah, I'll do the commentary for tier 3, as there was going to be no commentary. But let's see the position change. So it's Inferno up 5 positions. Something's going on with It's Inferno and the Chaos Druid there. Just maybe a bit of a misunderstanding. Chaos Druid up 7. Formula Jonah up 11 positions. Wuban up 7. Godwin up 4. Rudy up, he's invalid. And Easy Level but up 1. Still sitting dead last though, as we only have 13 drivers left in this lobby, as safety car is in this lap. So we are going to see ARL drive as hard as he can. Both Red Bulls are reserve drivers, I think. If not, I know for definite ARL is Formula Jonah is a reserve driver. Anyway, so he's just going to back up the pack. He's going to want to warm up his tyres. He's controlling the whole pack. Rudy, I don't know what Rudy is doing. I don't know if that was his fault or not. He will not be counted in this race, I'm sure of it, when it comes to doing the standings. But we're going to see when ARL decides to go in this session. When is he going to be able to go? We'll see on his telemetry. Is he going to go after the bus stop chicane, or... There's several places you can go here in Spa. It looks to me that he will be going any second now, as he's got to go before the line. So he has gone. He's gone in the session. Godwin got a pretty decent start, and behind him, Ruban did not. Any drivers who got a very bad spot. Tieran, he's pitted. I thought he lost some positions there, but no, he's just pitted. Kershaw is very slidey and all out of shape through the source, but he's still in P5. Formula Jonah is all over the back of Wuban now. He's going to be looking to hunt him down, as there's still some rain here in this session. But anyway, Formula Jonah, is he going to make up 2 positions here with Godwin's slipstream? He's boxed in here, he can't make a move. Unless him and Wuban go side by side. What's going to be happening here? Are they going to be going side by side? No, Wuban just cut him off. It's Inferno stays in P6 at this precise moment in time, as Jamie F1 is now up into P10. Can they keep it clean? What a move from Jamie F1 there, as Christopher has spun it. Is that going to be a safety car? Is that going to be a virtual safety car? It's nothing. Okay, wow. Was not expecting that, as ARL is now a second and a half away from Godwin in the Williams racing car. Formula Jonah, he's dropped a little bit back from Wuban, but nothing to worry about, as DRS. All he has to do is stay within a second for 2 to 3 laps. It's Inferno really needs to put Chaos Druid under a lot of pressure. I really hope Rudy doesn't try anything stupid here, as yeah. Okay. That's just stupid. See, it's just drivers like that, you know, who just put the mood down so much, you know. Especially as it's Inferno's having a good race. But anyway, Formula Jonah now looking to put Wuban in the Ferrari under a lot of pressure. He's not closing on Godwin. Both had to lift there as they both had a little bit of a moment. But Formula Jonah, is he just going to breeze past him here? It looks to me that he's just going to breeze straight past him, but Wuban's going to be looking to fight back as they're still fighting. No, Formula Jonah has made the move. He's going to now be looking to push and catch up to Godwin in the Williams car. Chaos Druid is driving very well here in this race, as he is currently sitting in the comfortable P5, the championship leader. Behind him though, Rudy has retired at the top of Eau Rouge, or is that Redalion? I cannot tell. It is Redalion. Hopefully that does not cause a safety car of any kind. It has not. That's good news here in this race. Anyway, Chaos Druid is getting very close to Wuban now. He's driving phenomenally in this race, as it is very sunny all of a sudden. The Belgium skies are just choosing their own weather at their own time. Anyway, I'm just going to check. Oh, as that's Wuban who spun it, and now Sarah's going to be looking to put Chaos Druid under a lot of pressure, as Chaos had a very bad exit. Jamie F1 also looking to get in on the fun here, as Chaos Druid is in P4, but can he do any, as there is a virtual safety car that kind of saved the Chaos Druid there, as Sarah was looking to put him under a lot of pressure. So the Chaos Druid in P2, as both front runners have decided to pit. Formula Jonah in P1. He's going to want to be racing as hard as he can. Obviously he's on the alternate strategy. He's on the medium compound tyres. We're only going to have the minimum. Oh, Formula Jonah got a 3-second time penalty under safety car. We watched that happen in front of our eyes. That's unfortunate from the Red Bull reserve there. Chaos Druid, he's going to be happy with P2 so far in this session. Sarah Karzan also up 4 positions in this Grand Prix. Jamie F1, he's had a very good comeback. He's in P4. But ARL and Godwin are not far behind them. They are within pit stop reach of all of those drivers. It's Inferno. He's going to be wanting to overtake Tyrion as quick as possible, but Tyrion is going to be wanting to catch up to Godwin, who is 25.5 seconds in front of him, as DRS is enabled, and It's Inferno gets a 3-second time penalty. I think that was coming up into Eau Rouge most probably, but the Chaos Druid is very slidey all through Paul on that. Is Sarah Karzan, is he going to look for the move around the outside here? He's made it work. What a move from the Alfa Romeo driver. That just shows why he is leading the championship at this moment. He's now only 2.5 seconds away from Formula Jonah, as he has not pitted in this Grand Prix so far, so he will have to pit, but he's driving phenomenally so far here. Jamie F1 also putting the Chaos Druid under a lot of pressure. Chaos Druid seems to be struggling on those soft compound tyres. If I was Jamie F1, yeah, a good choice from Jamie F1 there. He's just going to play the patience game. It's Inferno 3 seconds away from Tyrion now, but Godwin and ARL are basically the leaders in this race, as Lice actually managed to overtake 2 drivers there. I'm not sure what happened to both of the drivers, but Jamie F1 has sent it up the inside of Chaos Druid. That is probably going to be sent to the reports, as Jamie F1 carried on driving straight, but we'll have to see if it does or not. But Lice now a 1.5 seconds in front of Jamie F1. Don't know what happened between those 2 drivers, but there must have been something that happened, unless both of them just got on the throttle too early to try and get track position. As Chaos Druid breezes past Jamie F1 with DRS. It looks to me that Jamie F1 has wing damage. Is there any visible wing damage? There is visible wing damage. He has very bad wing damage there, as he's lost one of his end plates on that AlphaTauri wing. Um, Not much is going on here in this Grand Prix as everyone's very far away from each other, but ARL, Jamie F1 braked so he didn't get any track limits penalties, but that caused ARL to almost go straight into the back of his AlphaTauri car. Obviously we know Jamie F1 has wing damage though. ARL is now going to be chasing down the Chaos Druid. We know he's got a very good pace around here. We know he's got very good pace overall, very good race pace. Is he going to be able... Is he going to be able to catch up to the Chaos Druid in this next lap or 2 or 3 laps? Formula Jonah sets the fastest time in this race with 1:47.6, but sorry, Karzan changes that with another 1:47.6. But now ARL is within DRS ranges. Godwin now sets a 1:47.6. Lots of fastest laps coming in. The track is obviously improving here in this Grand Prix. ARL is 3 tenths behind Chaos Druid. It's Chaos Druid wants to help out any of these drivers in front of him. He's going to have to defend against ARL as much as he can. Both have a decent amount of ERS, but ARL just has the upper hand on Chaos Druid. Chaos Druid is going to choose the inside line and ARL is going to choose the outside. Is ARL going to be able to get the pass? Brilliant battling from both drivers, and Chaos Druid has spun it. Chaos Druid has spun it. There's a little bit of contact and he has spun it through that chicane. He came onto the throttle too early, or something happened between those drivers, and Chaos Druid is now down into P6 with no front wing. He's going to want to pit in this Grand Prix here. But now ARL is going to be looking to hunt down the likes of Lice, Saro and Formula Jonah, as Formula Jonah has also spun it here in this Grand Prix. He's rushing to get round and spin his car around as he's going to be wanting to pit now. Or maybe he's going to carry on going, but his tyres are going to be very overheated as he's now dropped down to P3. Is he going to play the team game here? Is he going to let by his Red Bull teammate, or is he going to look to hold him up? He is a reserve driver, so he is allowed to do anything that he wants. Obviously all drivers are allowed to do anything they want, but they're looking to be battling through this corner here. Very tricky corner to battle as ARL comes out on top as Formula Jonah just had to back off there. Is Formula Jonah going to be pitting? We'll have to see. No, he's going to be carrying in this in this Grand Prix. Obviously, he's on the medium compound tyres, so he can afford to carry on in this Grand Prix. As Godwin gets another fastest lap, Godwin's lapping very quickly right now. Sarah is in P1 at the moment. He's going to have to pit again in this Grand Prix, though. The Chaos Druid has pitted here in this Grand Prix. He did a whole lap, well basically a whole lap without any front wing. How far is he going to drop behind? Is he going to drop behind It's Inferno in the Aston Martin? We'll have to see. This is a race for It's Inferno to take P8 in this race. Sorry, my bad with my mistakes there. He is easily going to breeze by. Is the easy level bot gonna? Yes, he is, as Chaos Druid is just getting let out of the box now. He's in P10. He was driving so well in this race here. Godwin gets very untidy on the exit there, goes a little bit too deep. ARL is closing and closing and closing on the Aston Martin driver in P2. Meanwhile, Sarah Karzan is gaining on him. So Lice is not lapping very quickly. As you can see, he's lifting so much through these corners. So we only have 10 finishes so far here in this race. I do not want to jinx anything, but hopefully we can sort it all out. Sarah Karzan gets the fastest lap now. His soft compound tyres are starting to work, but ARL responds very well and gets another fastest lap in this race. So ARL is now only a second and I want to say a quarter behind Lice in the Aston Martin. He's closed up this through this second and third sector. We're on lap 10 here, so only 12 laps to go obviously, but Spa is a very long lap, as qualifying lap is around, for this tier, I want to say a 1 minute 43 average really for this tier, and the race pace is looking around 1 minute 47, 48 and 49s. Ariel gets very untidy through that corner there. He resisted a little bit turning in, and then he went very deep, but he's now only 9/10 away from Lice here, as Lice has dropped back from Sarah Karzan. He's now 6 seconds behind Sarah Karzan now. Jamie F1 made the move on Tyrrell. Tyrrell goes a little bit wide on the exit. Is there wing damage for Tyrrell? I don't know. We'll have to see. There doesn't look to be any visual wing damage from our perspective. It's Inferno has box. He's did he get wing damage there? I'm not sure, but he's on the medium compound tyres. He's going to be hoping for a safety car so he can catch up to the back up to the top of the grid. Hopefully he can keep it clean on this lap, as he's going very unsteady through Eau Rouge, very nervous it looks to be from the Aston Martin driver. Oh my god, my throat is going. To Sarah Karzan, the person sitting in P1 is now pitted, and so is Lice. So ARL is going to take the race lead again here in this race. He's going to drift away from all these drivers here. He's obviously pitted, and he's been on these tyres for longer though, so he's going to have to pit. As Formula Jonah is now back up into P2. He's still needing to pit in this race though. Obviously he's on the medium compound tyres though, so he can basically pit in the very few final laps. Godwin up into P3. Not sure if he's pitted yet. We'll have to check now. He has pitted, so he's actually on for a podium if he can keep the gap the same way it is with Saro Karzan there. So it's a virtual safety car. That is Tyrrell, who is DNF'd from this race on track. I'm not too sure how that's happened, to be honest. I think that may turn into a safety car, full course. No, I'm very surprised that's not, because hold on a minute, I need to check the settings here. It is on reduced. Okay. So we are back racing once again. The caution has been cleared. But easy level bot now up into P7. He's gained 7 positions here in this race. Formula Jonah has gained 13 positions here in this race. We'll look at stops again. Yeah, Formula Jonah is the only driver who has not stopped in this race, so he definitely needs to he definitely needs to up his pace in this Grand Prix if he still wants a podium here. Obviously he had that unfortunate spin. He was leading the race. He's still got a good amount of DRS, as he's actually is he closing on his teammate here? We'll have to see if he is or not. He's looking very untidy on the exit of La Source there, or turn 1. Sarah Karzan is going to be looking to hunt down Godwin in the Williams car. Lice is also going to be looking to hunt down Sarah Karzan. Jamie F1 is 15 seconds away from easy level, but so he's going to be pretty comfortable where he's sitting right now. Castro is sitting in P8, and it's Inferno in P9. He's very far from the rest of the field, as he gets another 3-second time penalty. So Formula Jonah, he's not gaining on his teammate, but he isn't losing on his teammate either. He's driving pretty well so far, pretty cleanly. But hopefully he can close that gap and maybe have a look at So Formula Jonah has actually gained through this final sector and part of sector 1 on his teammate. Tyrant has now left the session, unfortunate from him there. Main story here, Sara Karzan, is he going to be able to gain up to Godwin by the end of this race? We'll have to see. I want to see if it's Inferno can actually catch up to Chaos Druid in the Haas reserve car. I do want to see him make some good moves, but those penalties will affect his race, his end result. Oh, I say that as It's Inferno has spun through La Source. He's not going to be very chuffed with that one, but Sara Karzan is just gaining and gaining and gaining on his teammate here. It's Inferno gets another 3-second time penalty, and that is a virtual safety car. We're not going to see any more safety cars, I don't think, in this race, but that's It's Inferno out of this Grand Prix, so we are only going to have a maximum of 8 finishers here in this Grand Prix. Is it going to turn into a full course safety car? I don't think it possibly can at all, as Formula Jonah takes this as his opportunity to pit. As Sara Karzan, he could hopefully be on for a P2 if he can catch up to Godwin in this race, knock on wood, so we don't jinx anything. Lice up into P4 now. But Formula Jonah actually comes out on track in front of Lice, so he's going to be pretty happy with that one. But yeah, like I say, Sara Karzan was gaining on Godwin, so hopefully he can keep gaining on those medium compound tyres. Both drivers on medium compound tyres. If I check the tyres now, the only driver who's not on medium compound tyres is Formula Jonah. He's going to be rapid in this final 8 laps in this race. Oh, that's Lice. He's looking to he had a pretty decent start there, as Formula Jonah got a drive through under VSC. That's unfortunate from the Red Bull driver. He's going to have to pit in the next 3 laps, as Lice is now up into P4 once again. Sara Karzan only 3 seconds away from Godwin now, as he looked to have gotten a pretty good restart as well. Chaos Druid gets a 3-second time penalty, his first track limits time penalty of this race. But Sara, what has happened to Godwin here? Has he got wing damage, or because I'm not too sure, because Sara Karzan has gained 4 seconds here in just this space of about half a lap, not even that. We're going to see how quickly Sara Karzan in the Alfa Romeo can close up on Godwin. He's drove phenomenally in this race. He started P7, he's now up into P3, hoping for a P2. Top 2 drivers have done a 1-stop so far in this race. It's Formula Jonah. He's going to be serving his drive through as quick as he possibly can, as he is probably hoping for a miracle now, really. He's gotten very unfortunate there. Ooh. I'm getting really nervous for drivers to go up through Eau Rouge now, as it looks to me that some of them guys are losing grip on their cars. It is looking to get a little bit more overcast here. Is it going to be like this for the rest of the race? We'll have to see. Sara Karzan can't be gaining on Godwin now. He's struggling a little bit on those medium compound tyres, as he went very deep through the hairpin there, coming up into P1 now. He is gaining, actually, to be fair to him, now that I've said that. He doesn't want to go wide here, as he will get a warning, most definitely. He does not want to hit that curb either. He also does not want to hit this inside, both these inside curbs really, too much, as you will most likely lose the rear and then lose the front also. But he's now 2 seconds apart from Godwin. He's gained 4 tenths in this 6 tenths in this second sector. Is Godwin? He must be struggling on those medium compound tyres compared to Saro Karzan in the Alfa Romeo. As Godwin has pitted. He's pitted. He's not too sure. Maybe he's got wing damage. I want to actually watch his pit and see what his pit crew do. Lice is now going to take P3 in this race. Is Jamie F1 going to be able to take P4 here? We'll have to see. But anyway, so Godwin, he has not got wing damage, but that is very interesting. Oh, he's serving a penalty. Okay, he's serving, I think that was a 5-second penalty. He's switched to soft compound tyres. He's going to be very quick. Formula Jonah has retired from this Grand Prix, so we're only going to have 7 races left in to finish here in this Grand Prix. Jamie F1 gets a 3-second time penalty, but Saro Karzan is 10 seconds away from ARL. Is he going to be able to gain at all to catch up to ARL, or is he just going to stay in P2 with a comfy P2, I would say, for the championship leader here in the Spa? Oh no! Saro Karzan has spun his Alfa Romeo around through that very tricky chicane that I said you do not want to hit the curb, and he went and hit the curb. So Lice is going to take P2 in this race. Is Jamie F1 going to be able to catch up to Saro Karzan in time and take P3 here? Or is Godwin going to be able to pick off? As I say that, as Godwin now spins exactly the same way as Saro Karzan spun, what is the chances of that happening as Chaos Druid and Easy Level Bot are just too far to make any moves? But what are the chances of that happening as both their tyres are going to be really hot? Lice, he's actually going to maybe take P1 here in this race as ARL has pitted. His tyres will no longer being able to stretch out as Lice is going to take P1 in this race. He's going to have to drive for 5 more laps and keep that gain position as ARL is coming out the pits. Is he going to be able to take P1? He has taken P1, but ARL is going to be right on his back now. Saro Karzan is still in P3, luckily to him, but Jamie F1 has closed that gap entirely. Dramatic here in SBR Tier 3. Jamie F1 has pitted, so he will be in P5. Easy Level Bot and him are going to be fighting on exit, as Easy Level Bot will have DRS if he can keep it clean up through Eau Rouge. He's been on these hard compound tyres for quite a while now, so these hard compound tyres are going to start coming into effect. Had a little bit of a moment through the middle part of Eau Rouge, but he's kept it pretty clean. He's going to have DRS. Is he going to look to make the move on Jamie F1 here? He's going to be very proud of this if they do have a good battle. So they're going to go side by side, both still side by side. There's a little bit of contact, and Easy Level Bot has spun round in the Ferrari. What is going on here in SBR as all the drama is happening in these past few laps? Saro Karzan and ARL has caught up to his main competitor in this race. He's now only 3 seconds away from Lice in the Aston Martin. He's going to want to play patient, get DRS on the start-finish straight and make a move, or is he going to be even more patient and make a move through the Kemmel straight? We've seen a lot of drivers do that so far in this race. Are we going to see? Oh, he's actually going to go for down the inside in the bus stop corner. He's went very deep. Is he going to be able to keep his possession here as Lice is looking for the switchback? He cannot get the switchback made, but a very good move from ARL there. Saro Karzan, if this battling carries on, this is going to help out Saro Karzan massively, as he's going to be able to catch up to both of them. But ARL is now 7 tenths, almost 8 tenths, now 8 tenths away from Lice. So he had a very good first corner as Godwin sets the fastest time of the race. Jamie F1 coming through the bus stop chicane now. Wow, all this drama is just leaving me very speechless. But Lice is now closing and closing on ARL, not enough to make a move through the Kemmel straight. Lice looks to be losing a lot of grip. Saro Karzan is going to be massively gaining on him if he keeps driving the way he is. Saro Karzan has made up 4 positions so far in this Grand Prix. He's going to look to make up at least 1 more if he can have the pace. There's Oh no, it's not, my bad. So just running through the tyres now. Chaos Druid in P7 with 8 lap old mediums. Easy Level Bot with 12 lap old mediums. Jamie F1 with new soft compound tyres, so he's going to be very quick. Get to win with 1 lap old soft compound tyres. Saro, Karzan and Lice both on 6 lap old medium compound tyres, and ARL on a fresh set of soft compound tyres here in this race. Lice is now 3 seconds away from ARL. ARL has drove phenomenally in this race so far. Sarah Karzan is catching on his main competitor in this race now. As I say that, as ARL sets the fastest time, sorry, the fastest time here. Sorry about that disturbance there. As you can hear, I've got a little bit of a cough coming along. All this commentating is making me lose my voice, but Saro Karzan 4 seconds away from Lice in the Aston Martin. Is he going to have enough laps to catch up to the Aston Martin driver? Three drivers have penalties in this race. That is the likes of Jamie F1, the Easy Level Bot and the Chaos Druid. I'm going to check how much penalties they have. All have 3 seconds time penalties worth. That is not going to change anything in this race unless the Chaos Druid can make an overtake on the Easy Level Bot. He's gaining and gaining. He's gained a whole second just through that straight as Easy Level Bot is pitted, and so is the Chaos Druid. Why is the Chaos Druid pitted here? He would have easily taken P. Oh, he's sped in the pit lane, so he's now got a 5 second time penalty. Sarah Karzan now only 3.5 seconds away from Lice here in the Aston Martin. I'm really hoping that he can catch up to him in these next few laps, so there can be a final lap battle. Maybe see a little bit of drama in the late stages of this race. We'll have to see. Obviously, Sarah Karzan spun while he was in P2, I think it was, through the second chicane here on this track. He's closing this gap by tenths every single lap, but is it going to be enough? There's only 3 laps left here in this race. Is it going to be enough to catch up to the Aston Martin? He looks to be losing a little bit through the X6 of the heavy braking zones. I think he just needs to focus on his tyres at this precise moment in time. Make sure they don't overheat, and he's going to want to hope that Lice has a massive moment, maybe spins or something happens to him. I have to say, Sarah Karzan is very strong through this chicane compared to Lice, as he gains a lot of time on him through there. ARL is now 6 seconds away from the Aston Martin driver. There isn't much to comment on in this race now, as a lot of drivers are just are quite far away from each other. Sorry, I don't know why I keep yawning. I don't even need to yawn, I just open my mouth and I start yawning. Whoa, that sounds weird. Anyway, Sarah Karzan has gained half a second through on this lap. There's only 2 laps remaining. Is he going to be able to catch up to Lice and even make a move on him? I'm really hoping he does, as I would love a good little battle on this final lap of the race. I hope you're excited to see if he can catch up to him here. As It's Inferno has left the session, he crashed out earlier on. to Sara Karzan, now only around half a second away from Lice. He's gaining on this straight though. Both of them don't have well, sorry, I say that Lice has 80% ERS compared to Sara Karzan's 20. That's a lot. ARL has 33, so he has been pushing a little bit using his ERS, as Godwin has barely any intake, as his red light will be flashing. Jamie F1 has 50. He's level, is using his ERS as Chaos Druid. No. Oh, luckily he managed to save it. That is a very good save from the Haas driver there. Is he going to be getting lapped by the leader of this race, ARL, or is he going to be able to maintain his track position and not be lapped by ARL? ARL obviously lapping very quickly here though. Oh no. Oh, that's so unfortunate for the Haas reserve there, as he managed to keep the car intact for the earlier spin that he had. I'm surprised that's not a virtual safety car. Sara Karzan now only a second and a half away from Lice. It's coming on to the final lap though. Is he close enough to make a move on Lice in the Aston Martin? This is going to be very tense between both of these drivers here. They're both going to be deploying all their ERS. They're going to be driving as hard as they can. Sara Karzan is going to want to make up 4 attempts if he wants DRS on this lap. He's not made up that gap, and he's maintain the same gap. Lice had a very good exit compared to Sara Karzan coming up into Eau Rouge. Sara Karzan wants a miracle to happen as he's losing his rear coming up into there. Managed to save it though. He's deploying everything he's got. He's barely got anything left here in this race. All he can hope is that Lice spins it on this final lap in this race. As the leader of this Grand Prix, it's just come through the hairpin here, coming up into Pouhon. But anyway, Sara Karzan now only a tenth and a half, just around a tenth and a half away, a tenth and a quarter now away from Lice. But he had a massive moment there. He's now just a second and a tenth away from Lice. Now this is getting down to the wire. This is going right down to the final corner here. He's gaining. His tyres are working phenomenally. Lice is having a very bad few corners. He's now only 8 tenths away from Lice. If this happened a few laps earlier, he definitely would have caught him. He's now 7 tenths. Is he going to be able to catch him here? Is he going to send it up the inside through bus stop, as Lice looks to be going very unsteady through the exit of that corner out of the end of sector 2? Sara Karzan is going to be deploying everything, but so is Lice. Lice is deploying a lot as well. Is Sara Karzan close enough to send it up the inside through bus stop? We saw Chaos Druid spin it here. Luckily both of these drivers did not spin it. He's just a bit too far back to send it. Lice had a very bad corner. Is Sara Karzan going to be managed? He's going to have DRS here. Is he going to be close enough? He's not going to be close enough, as Lice managed to take the P2 here in this race. I was saying that while ARL managed to win this race, a very comfortable win for him. I was so focused on these two drivers that went right down to the wire, as Godwin comes across the line with a comfortable P4. Jamie F1, a brilliant finish from him in P5. I mean, he's going to be very happy with that. And in P6 we're going to have easy level bot. He's going to get some good points. He's going to get a very good 8 points, a very solid race from him. He's going to be happy with 8 points. We just got to wait for him to finish. I'm going to see if these drivers do want I'm going to see if these drivers do want podium what's it podium thingies. I can't even think of it now. Oh. Right, so a few of these drivers do want podium interviews. I just need to see if Lice wants a podium interview. We'll have to see what he says. Play it together. Right, I'm just going to invite all these. They're not coming up on my thing. Oh, there we go. Right, so just Saro, Karzan and ARL who are going to be joining here. So ARL. Just bear with me, guys, as I will be underscore 33 inviting all these drivers and Saro, Karzan. Unfortunately, we will not be able to get Lice. I do hope I'm saying his name correctly. But yeah. Right, there we go. So I've invited both drivers here. P3 and P1. Lice unfortunately could not make... oh, look. It's raining. It was raining towards the end of this session. So the drivers got very lucky there. So I have invited them here. Hopefully they will manage to join any second now. Saro Karzan has joined the party. Hello, Saro. And so has ARL. So just a quick one, boys. Can you make sure that your audio is shared? Between for the stream. But anyway, if you're ready, Saro. Whoa, a lot of echo there. Sorry. Yeah, it's just very echoey. Sorry, if you don't mind going on mute for a while you sort this out, and I'll interview ARL. Alright, ARL, if you're ready, I'm going to interview you first. You're on mute at the moment, by the way.
Yeah, I know I am.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's back-to-back wins for you now, if I am correct. Is it back-to-back poles as well? Yeah, so... Yeah. So you're being very dominant so far. Are you happy with the way you're driving, or do you think there's definitely some room for improvement? Yeah, well, I saw there was a moment when you decided to pit quite early on. I think it was under the safety car, or under a virtual safety car. And then you pitted again as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. The meetings were fine. I could have come to the end, but I was looking up to the delta to the top 9. But didn't want to go on those softs at the end, so they didn't really get too forward because they would still go the distance. But the objective was to then try and steal back from the start
Mm.
and have fresh tires at the end. So the mediums felt like they had stages, they had a point where it kind of went away and then came back. So I went through that quite earlier on because I had more laps on my techniques compared to Saro. But once I saw Saro to that stage, I could fully push, get that delta, go for a pit stop and literally behind the driver or two. But with the fresh softening, it would have helped me in the DRS.
Okay, well, you drove phenomenally this race, and you're proving yourself so far in this championship within these last two races. A very big well done to you, and I'm definitely hoping to see you take a few more wins.
Thank you.
Saro, are you ready? There's a little bit of echo. Well, I say a little bit, there's quite a bit of echo. I can still hear myself. Yeah, I'll just turn. Hold on. Yeah, that's much better. So you started P7 in qualifying, if I'm correct. Talk me through qualifying. Were you happy with your lap, or did you think there's more in it? Mm. Yeah, well, obviously it is definitely going to be uncomfortable, especially those first few opening laps as it was raining. But with P2, you're leading the championship. Are you happy with P2? Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, you were. Yeah. 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 Yeah, well, you drove once again amazingly. You're definitely proving yourself here in SBR. But thank you very much for joining us, and thank you to all the viewers who have joined us in this race. We hope to see you next week for round 9 around Hungary, I think it is, for Tier 3.